Start. If anyone says he does not need the sympathy of his fellow, he is not true to himself or to humanity. For the whole structure of society rests upon sympathy among individuals towards one another. If it were not so, then society as it exists today would be impossible. The strongest of us imperatively requires sympathy for some time or other. Our nature are certain to call for it, and if it is refused, that which is best in us become wrapped. History and literature furnish us with many examples of this. An unsympathetic nature is like the beating a critic wind, but a sympathetic disposition is like the balmy breeze of the south, and the more expensive our sympathies, the more nearly do we approach towards the ideal of a deserved and pure success. I have I know there is a variety of opinion, however, on almost all questions, and if there be any of my readers who doubt the benefit to be derived from such a study as I have referred to, and if they assert that, in their opinion, it would be a waste of time as well as money to procure such books, I ask them for their own sake and for that of other people in their position who may look at the matter from their own view, to weigh the following points carefully and as soon as they can. How often do we come across such phrases as "taught eater," "salted accounts," etc., and though their meaning from their position in the sentence may be pretty clear, should we not have some difficulty in saying how they come to have their present signification? Have we not all occasionally read some phrase or heard some allusion which we did not understand? And have we not sometime lost the beauty of a passage through our want of knowledge? I think there will be few who will dissent from this.